There are a lot of reasons why it makes sense to learn programming today. Not least among them are the choices of cushy jobs, benefits packages, and loads of career opportunities. But there are also some less tangible benefits that come along with learning to code as well, and it has to do with how programming can help us grow. So in this video, I'd like to share some of the less obvious advantages that come along with learning to code. So let's get right into it. So first of all, and perhaps not surprising, is that you'll really sharpen your logical thinking and problem-solving skills. It was Steve Jobs who famously said, "I think everybody should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think." And I've definitely found this to be true. So solving programming problems forces us to slow down and think logically, and check our assumptions along the way. So when working on a problem, we'll often stop and ask ourselves, is this true? Have we verified that how we think this works is actually how it works? With programming, we quickly learn that if we don't check in on our assumptions like this often, we can end up miles down a rabbit hole in the wrong direction with our implementation. And this is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be really fun to tinker around and just see what we learn along the way. But if we're under time pressure or we want to build out something more efficiently, we'll quickly learn to check our assumptions by default. And beyond that, you just get really good at breaking down complex problems into smaller, more manageable parts that can be dealt with more easily. And with more experience, you get better and better at this kind of thinking. And coding is a great training ground for that. Number 2 is confidence. Learning to code is a great way to train yourself to solve problems on your own and build up confidence in your own abilities. We live in a really interesting time where we have access to loads of information online. Chances are you already know how to tap into the vast resources on the internet to help solve everyday problems that you have. So say the printer is broken. What do? You can go online and search around for how others have fixed your specific printer. Maybe some nice person has made a YouTube video explaining a solution, or someone has posted a fix on a forum somewhere. The thing is that there will be an answer out there. You just have to go and find it. And this kind of searching around online for answers is actually a huge part of how software developers work. We're not expected to know all of the answers outright, but rather we're expected to be able to dive in and do the detective work of finding answers to various problems. And the more you practice this skill, the more you'll also develop confidence in your own abilities to solve problems, both at work and in your regular life. And this can be really rewarding. Number 3 is resilience. So it may sound funny, but as programmers, we fail all day long. We are constantly faced with error messages, broken builds, and mysterious machine behavior. And this is totally normal. I remember when I first started to learn to code, I got so nervous when I got an error or when I broke the build. What if I couldn't get it to work again? I didn't understand how the whole thing worked, so how would I be able to ever fix it? But after a while, I realized that breaking things and putting them back together is actually one of the best ways to learn. And errors are actually helpful clues for solving problems. I realized I don't actually need to understand the ins and outs of the program to be able to contribute. I can figure that out as I go along. So this is what I mean with resilience. You get really comfortable with failure and ambiguity because that's just part of the process of developing software. And perhaps most exciting is when you realize that a failure can actually be the best learning opportunity. So those are 3 ways that I've found that coding can help you grow. And for me, remembering these advantages can make the journey a lot more rewarding. Let me know in the comments what other ways programming has helped you grow if you've also experienced this. Thanks for watching. I'm Lindsay, and I hope to see you next time.